Hi Cancer, and welcome to your March Taroscope reading with me. I trust that wherever you are viewing this from around the world that you are having a nice beginning to 2015. This month we're going to be doing 4 cards and they are set specific. So the first one is relationship and romance, the second is finances, the third is health, and the fourth is career. So Cancer, let's see what's coming your way in March. The Hierophant, the Tower, the Two of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. Interestingly enough, some of these cards have come out in other readings as well. So if we start, you've got 2 major arcanas, a sword and a wand. Let's start at this end, which is primarily where we were going to start, and the first one is relationships, and this is the Hierophant. Being one of the major arcana cards and looking the way he does, almost like a popely or stately figure of religion, he quite often passes off the energy of tradition. So I think if we're talking about relationships, and remember this is all form of relationships, so romantic, familiar, friends, co-workers, anything, it would pay, or it would seem that March is a time for you where you are in a realm where perhaps treating your friendships and those type of relationships in a traditional manner, and they will work really well for you. So it's not about going out and trying all the new wacky or bendy type things. It's about staying pretty safe and crossing your T's and dotting your I's around relationships, because I think if you push the boundaries too much and try to do new things or bring in new strategies and ideas, there's going to be a bit of a block in that perspective. So it can also be even about spirituality with friends and maybe partners, romantic partners. You may find that you get that extra deeper connection at some level where you feel, oh, I've got a really nice bond with this person and I really feel some sort of a spiritual connection to them, which might be some sort of karmic tie too. So you might have karmic soulmate type relationships in your life at the moment that you know just are there for a deep reason, and that we often have lessons to learn from them. Positivity and knowledge and knowing that this is all happening for a good reason. You might also find that you really like patterns and stability in your relationship, so you like knowing that a certain person is in your relationship, is in your life for a certain reason, and that they're there as a support mechanism and that you can always rely on them. And this could be a big thing for you too. You might have some really good friends in your life that fall into this category, which is a lovely positive place to be. If we're talking about romance, romance sort of tends to go fairly well, again in the traditional manner. So you would expect it to be, as I say, just behaving as you would normally be expected to behave, and as what is sort of traditional for you and what has been traditional. It's not the time for big change in relationships. Then we come along here to the finances card, another major arcana card, and it's the Tower. So these two things in your reading for March may have quite a bit of gusto related to them. Now the Tower does suggest that your finances might be struggling a little bit, if you like, or have a glitch in them in March. So I think it would be advisable to make sure that you keep an eye on where money is going. So it's not an advisable time for big spending or gambling in particular. It's probably a time to make sure that you are checking that you're paying bills that are due, so that none of them can creep up on you and cause a problem somewhere down the line. Like, go back and see that you're maintaining loans in particular and that you are able to pay them. And if there is a bit of a glitch phase here with a slight lack of money coming in, you may need to let people know that you are doing your best to pay them, or that you might want to put some on hold for a little while as well. It's a temporary situation, but it can come in quite quick. Likewise, it creates a bit of change about how you perhaps deal with your money, or your budget system, or where you find your money. It could be changes along those lines. But know that it creates the change, which then brings in the newness. So again, it can be relatively short-lived, but it may make you completely go, right, okay, new direction. That's often what the Tower card means. Now, if we come over here to health, we see the Two of Wands, and we see him holding a globe in his hand, and he quite often has the feeling to me of he's looking out, he's looking in the future, planning things about his life. So if this card is dedicated to health, he may be thinking about strategies and implements for his future health. So there could be a reason for that. You might have been told that you need to make some changes one way or another, and you might be thinking, okay, so how do I make those changes? You could seek the services of a new practitioner, or a new healer, or a new modality of health. This is quite often about newness. The wands often instigate newness, and they give us a feeling of creative around the subject matter being talked about, which in this case is health. So you might be creatively thinking, how could I make some changes? He also often gives me the feeling of travel. So for one reason or another, some of you may have some sort of travel going on, and this could be beneficial to your health. It also suggests to us about balance, because we have the 2 here. The number 2 is often about balance in life, and just making sure that you are balancing your health in the right ways. And if any of you have got any, you might be worried about your health and thinking, oh, how do I change it? How do I go forward? You might be stressed a little bit about it, but oftentimes this card suggests your health isn't as bad as possibly you are thinking it might be, or are worrying about it. So that it's quite a positive card in most perspectives. Definitely uplifting things, because he is thinking. He's doing a lot of here about thinking, uplifting that meditative side of life and really getting into that, or the yoga practices could be beneficial for you. Now we come to the last card here, which is the career card, the Ace of Swords. The aces are often about new beginnings. Sometimes they can be unexpected new beginnings, so something could crop up for you that you hadn't seen coming, quite literally, and it can be quite quick. It could be a change in direction in your workplace, or a change in the way it's structured, people around you, the direction you're going in, the type of rules that are in governance in your workplace. And remember, this could be for career, for if you're studying as well. So there could be some sort of changes in your study if you're at university or something along those lines. And the other thing it can imply is some of you may be thinking of even leaving your job and looking for a new job. If you've really decided that that's the tactic that you want to take, you've got to, put all your energies together and focus on presenting yourself to a prospective new employers in the best light possible. So there we are, Cancer. That's the main part of your reading. Now we will just finish off with the Goddess cards, and we will ask one question. So think of something that you have on your mind that you would like a little bit of resolution or help with, and we're going to just spread these out because they don't want to be shuffled at the moment. So we're going to spread them out, and when we select a card, you're going to, so when you've decided upon your issue that you would like a little bit of support or help with, we'll select a card, and this will give you some insight on what direction to take to gain some resolution or insight. Coventina, purification. It's time for a cleansing detoxification of your body and mind. And interestingly, we talked about the mind in the Two of Wands cards that came up. So perhaps March, you've got some things on your mind. Now, I don't know what question you asked, but water is a great way of cleansing our bodies and our minds, and also being by water. It sounds to me that you are going to get an answer that comes through when you have this purity or clarity that enables you to think clearly. It seems quite simple. So if you have a question, whatever it is on your mind, and you can't find an answer because it's like your vision is clouded. It's like you need to clear the vision to be able to get your answer. So I think you hold the answer within. You've got to perhaps meditate a little bit about it. You've got to get some clarity of your mind, perhaps take some time out for relaxation, and these answers will come to you if you start asking the universe for support and help, and bringing this issue that you've got on your mind to a positive conclusion, and for them to give you insights into how this is going to happen. And I feel that's how your answer is going to come for you, Cancer. It's actually a beautiful card to look at, Coventina. She does offer great insights. So there we are, Cancer, a lovely reading for you, and I thank you for being with me and following me for these readings and liking and subbing, and I wish you the very best for March and much happiness in your Kia kaha and much aroha to you all.